Sir, we have to leave for the airport in 30 minutes.
The voice, unfamiliar and urgent, jolted me awake. I opened my eyes to a sight that made me question if I was still dreaming. A sprawling hotel suite, bathed in sunlight, greeted me. This was not my tiny, cluttered bedroom. Where was I? And who was this sir they were talking about? It all came flooding back, the experiment, the contract, the billionaire. I had agreed to swap lives for 24 hours with tech mogul Ethan West. This was his life, his world for the next day. The sheer improbability of it all was almost comical. Yesterday I was rushing to make my morning coffee. Today I was being rushed to a private jet. My heart pounded as I scrambled out of the king-size bed. Seriously, who needs a bed this big? It felt like I was living inside a movie, but this was real, and it was about to get a whole lot more surreal. My normal morning commute involved a crowded subway and the smell of stale coffee. Ethan West's morning commute. A sleek black car whisked us to a private airfield. We stepped onto a tarmac filled with gleaming jets. One of them, I was told, was ours for the day. The interior of the jet was more luxurious than any apartment I'd ever seen. Plush leather seats, a fully stocked bar, and enough technology to launch a rocket. Or at least that's what it looked like. My breakfast was a feast of fresh fruit pastries and strong coffee served by a smiling flight attendant. I tried to wrap my head around the contrast. Just yesterday, I was hunched over my desk at my 9 to 5. Now I was soaring above the clouds, living the life of the 1%. The sheer extravagance was exhilarating, but there was also a strange sense of unease. This life felt like a fantasy, exciting yet utterly detached from my reality. The day unfolded in a whirlwind of luxury. We landed in New York City and were whisked away to a designer boutique. My mission? To help Ethan choose a gift for his niece's birthday. Easy, right? Except the shop was filled with diamond-encrusted trinkets, and the small gift he had in mind was a sparkling necklace with a price tag that could feed a small country for a year. Next up, a power lunch at a Michelin star restaurant. I tried to decipher the menu, which was written in what seemed like a foreign language. My limited knowledge of French extended to bonjour and croissant. I ended up pointing at a random dish and hoping for the best. The afternoon was a blur of meetings and phone calls, all conducted with an air of importance that I found both amusing and intimidating. I felt like an actor playing a role, trying my best to blend in with the high-stakes world around me. To lighten the mood, I convinced Ethan's driver to stop at a street vendor selling hot donuts. The look on the driver's face was priceless, a mix of amusement and disbelief. But hey, even billionaires need a sugar rush sometimes, right? Section 4, the challenges of luxury. Can't someone scratch this? Living the billionaire life wasn't without its challenges. For one thing, I couldn't shake the feeling of being an imposter. Every interaction felt like I was one wrong word away from shattering the illusion. And for someone who valued his privacy, the constant attention was overwhelming. Everywhere we went, people seemed to recognize Ethan. They whispered and pointed, eager for a glimpse into his world. The most unexpected challenge, I couldn't figure out how to use the high-tech coffee maker in Ethan's penthouse apartment. I mean, how many buttons does one coffee machine need? It was enough to make a guy miss his old, reliable drip coffee maker. The irony wasn't lost on me. Here I was, surrounded by unimaginable wealth and luxury, yet feeling utterly helpless over a cup of coffee. It was a humbling reminder that money, while it could solve many problems, couldn't buy everything. Section 5, back to reality. Gratitude and a new perspective. The following morning I woke up back in my own bed. The sunlight streaming through my window seemed a little less bright. The sound of the city traffic a little louder. My life in all its ordinary glory awaited. I won't lie, a part of me missed the private jets and the gourmet meals. But the experience had given me something far more valuable: perspective. It made me appreciate the simple things in life that I often took for granted. My friends, my family, the freedom to walk down the street without being noticed. The billionaire life was exciting, no doubt. But it was also isolating and at times surprisingly ordinary. It made me realize that true happiness wasn't about the size of your bank account, but the richness of your relationships and the sense of purpose you find in your everyday life.